Hey, Bowers Bulldogs teachers. I'm here to present to you a really cool website. The Board of Education was kind enough to purchase a subscription for us to use the Junior Guild Library, which gives us access to ebooks that we can share with students. We can also assign it in our Google Classrooms. Super cool, very easy to use. I'm just going to go through some of the features of the actual website and show you how to use them. So in the email that Corinne sent you, the students can log in if they click on the link where it says Junior Library Guild Books. All they need to do is put it in their the beginning of their email, so they just don't have to put MPS Pride. And then for their password, they click in their lunch number or their student ID. So what happens is they can go in and read books. They don't have administrator um, capabilities like you will do, which is nice. As an administrator, Corinne's going to make everyone an administrator. You click on the link she gave us. I am already signed in, but the login, when you log in, you just type in your password, and then the Bowers administrative password is capital B Bowers, capital B for Bowers of second time. So it's Bowers, and both the B's are capitalized, and it brings you to this page. We are using the bookshelf feature. Please do not go into the store because you do not have permission to purchase other things. But let me show you some of the cool features of this website, excuse me. So when you're on the actual website, it shows you all the books. You can search for specific books. You can see what's coming soon. So it will show you what's coming up next. Obviously, like, because we're in COVID times, here's a cool book on COVID-19. You can see what you've recently read. But if I go back to the stream, let's say I click on, let's click on Black Widows. So if I click on read, the book comes up with a bunch of information. I want to read it, not purchase it, so I click read. And then the book pops up. What's cool about this, there's some really cool features in here. So first of all, I'm going to show you on the settings tool. You can view a single page. You can, so then if I change pages, you see each page. You can also do a double page, so like an open book. You can do a single page continuous. You can do a double page continuous. You can also, in the search feature, that little magnifying glass, I was already playing around with this, but let's say I type in the word spider, because I know that's going to pop up in the book. Anytime the word spider's in the book, it pops up and you can click on it, and then it shows you the exact page number and the credits and copyright, which is kind of awesome if you were doing some vocabulary skills. In the Zoom settings, you can change the way the book is presented to you. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. But one of the most unique features, I think, and one of the possibly most useful ones for students is you can bookmark a page. So if I click on bookmark a page, because I'm in the double page setting, I can bookmark both pages, or I can bookmark the left or the right. Let's say I bookmark the left page. Up here on the right, you see that the bookmark pops up, and later on when I go back, I can show you how to access it right from the bookmark. Over on the top left, there's these three lines. If you click on them, it's the entire book. So the title, the credits, the copyright, the table of contents. So if you wanted to go right to, let's say you wanted to go right to the table of contents, you just click on it and it pops up. You can also go up to notebook, and let's say I'm going to change the page. Let's say in notebook, I wanted to highlight the word widow. So all I have to do is click on the little yellow highlighter, and I click on the page. I'm going to change the selection tool so that it's actually the cursor, not the little hand. and I'm going to highlight the word that I want to highlight. I click on highlights and it pops up. You can change the color it comes in. I'm going to do yellow. You can also underline it if you wanted to. And then the word gets highlighted in yellow. Also a cool vocabulary feature. Remember the bookmark setting I was saying, you could, the bookmark, the page number comes right up. So if I click on bookmarks and I click on the page number, that page pops right up, which is pretty cool. There's also ways where you can cite your work. So if I click on the 3 dots on the right side, if I wanted to cite the book for my own professional usage, APA settings, MLA citations, and Chicago citations come up. It's also a unique way if you wanted to show the kids an easy way so that they could cite. I wish I had this in my master's class because it would make my work so much easier. But one of the best features of this entire website is that, let me go back, is that when I'm in this page, I can, when I'm in the actual stream, I can assign the book to my Google Classroom. So if I click Assign a Classroom, the little tab pops up, and here it goes right to your links right to your Google Classroom. So I can choose a class. I set up a practice class, so I'm just going to hit that so it doesn't actually go into someone's classroom. I can do create assignment, ask questions just like you do in the regular Google Classroom. So let's say I create an assignment. I click go. It comes up just like it normally would, and you can do all the features in an assignment. But what would be cool about this is that you could say, dear, let me move my face, sorry. Dear students, please click on the book link. It's going to pop up as a link. And read the table of contents. You could also assign the whole book. Doesn't matter. I click assign, and then it pops up in my class. I click view. Here's the assignment. I click on it. Here's the instructions. So this is what the students are going to see for the directions. So if I click on the link, it gives the students access to the book, which is really awesome. I think there's a lot of great features, and I think we're super lucky to have this. If you have other questions, feel free to ask Corinne. I would start with Corinne first, but then you can always ask me. Thank you for watching.